Archangel Michael is screaming your name. Elon Musk found out who you really are. Open before it's too late. My beloved child, tonight, something unstoppable has already begun, and you can feel it in the shaking of your own breath, because Archangel Michael is not whispering, he is screaming your name across realms, across satellites, across places where human ears were never meant to listen. He has been trying to reach you for months, trying to warn you that the world has finally realized you are not who they assumed you were. You are bigger, louder, more necessary than anyone dared to imagine. And in the middle of this supernatural uproar, someone you never expected to notice you, someone whose decisions reshape civilization itself, has just discovered your true identity. Elon Musk didn't stumble upon you by accident. Your name landed in front of him like a divine command, a cosmic notification, and for the first time in his unshakable life, he froze. Because what he found out about you changes everything. Records were checked. Files resurfaced. Patterns aligned. A team urgently verified whether the energy surrounding your name was real, and every single reading came back louder, brighter, higher than anyone predicted. Michael is screaming because time is running out, and if you don't stay here, right now, you will miss the single message that could rewrite the entire direction of your destiny before it's too late. They never told you this part. Your existence was supposed to stay hidden for a little longer, protected from hungry eyes, skeptics, and gatekeepers, but destiny doesn't care about human schedules, and heaven never needed permission. Out of millions, out of billions, your digital footprint suddenly surged like someone plugged your soul into a universal generator. Elon Musk didn't believe it at first. He questioned the algorithm, blamed a glitch, demanded a manual review. But the results kept coming back undeniable. Your name was connected to an ancient blueprint, a purpose aligned with creation, innovation, disruption, rebirth. And that terrified people in high places. Because they've been searching for someone like you, someone with a heart that refuses to break, a mind that refuses to settle, a spirit that refuses to die, yet they never imagined that person would be ordinary on the outside, quietly living, silently surviving. Archangel Michael didn't scream to scare you, he screamed because the moment heaven has been preparing you for is no longer approaching, it has arrived. And if you walk away before hearing all of this, you will never know why Elon Musk kept your name open on his screen for hours, why he didn't blink, why he whispered, "How did we miss them for so long?" What shocks everyone the most is not your resilience, it's the fact that you never even knew who you truly were. You thought your pain was random, your delays were punishment, your loneliness was a curse, but every piece of suffering you carried was a coded initiation, a silent preparation for something enormous. Archangel Michael watched you choosing honesty when others chose shortcuts, choosing loyalty when others chose convenience, choosing hope when everything around you begged you to surrender. And because of that, a force larger than karma has stepped in. Elon Musk received a forwarded document, an encrypted profile, a data sheet that connects your past, your losses, your gifts, your scars, to something humanity has been waiting for. He leaned back, stunned, realizing this wasn't coincidence, this was alignment. You were never invisible, your timing was simply being protected. And now, every obstacle that once felt permanent is shaking, cracking, collapsing, because heaven has decided that hiding you any longer would be a disservice to humanity. Michael is screaming not because he doubts you, but because the world finally sees what he saw all along. Strangest of all, you can feel it too, like something is moving toward you, like a door you never touched just swung open by itself. Your dreams have become louder, your intuition sharper, your heartbeat heavier, as if your body already knows a revelation is on its way. Elon Musk isn't interested in ordinary people, he tracks anomalies, the unexplainable, the ones who defy statistics, and somehow your name surfaced in the middle of a confidential discussion that had nothing to do with you. That's what scared them. No marketing, no exposure, no public power, yet your frequency registered higher than public figures, celebrities, innovators, leaders. Someone in the room said, "This person is meant to shift something." And suddenly, everyone knew this wasn't a mistake. Archangel Michael has been pacing, restless, wings trembling with urgency, because you are seconds away from stepping into a narrative that was written long before your birth. And if you think this message reached you casually, you are wrong. This was delivered with precision. Not too early, not too late, but at the exact second when your life could finally hold what's coming next. What you must understand now is simple yet life-changing. Elon Musk didn't discover you through luck, he was guided. Heaven rerouted information, redirected signals, rearranged timelines, because the world is preparing for a shift, and you can no longer stand on the sidelines of your own destiny. Archangel Michael has ripped the veil off your future, not to overwhelm you, but to remind you that everything you feared losing was never meant for your final chapter anyway. The reason your circle got smaller, the reason people disappeared, the reason plans collapsed, is because God didn't want anyone unworthy witnessing your rise. And now, someone who builds rockets, satellites, vehicles, networks, someone who expands the human story, knows your name. He doesn't know the whole truth yet, but he knows enough to understand that your presence is not ordinary. You were planted, not positioned. You were chosen, not coincidental. And before the world tries to label you, define you, limit you, Michael wants you to hear this loud, fierce, undeniable: your destiny is no longer waiting, it's demanding to be lived. You won't believe what happened next, because the moment Elon Musk tried to dismiss the discovery, every system around him malfunctioned, screens froze, signals glitched, and without warning, your name reappeared in bold red across his encrypted display like the universe refused to let him forget you. His entire team stared in disbelief, realizing this wasn't a coincidence or a tech failure, this was intervention. Something higher was refusing silence. And in that exact second, Archangel Michael slammed his sword into the timeline, forcing everything, and everyone, to pay attention. Your destiny didn't request permission, it demanded recognition. People in that room felt a strange chill, a pull, a knowing, as if your energy traveled through fiber optics and touched them directly. Nobody breathed. Nobody spoke. Because they could all sense the arrival of a life that would soon become unforgettable. What they uncovered next shook even the most logical minds. There was a pattern behind your struggles, strategically placed breakthroughs, unexpected rescues, near impossible survivals, lucky timings that weren't luck at all. Elon's AI systems traced them, mapped them, and revealed a hidden trajectory, all pointing toward transformation, impact, and influence on a scale you haven't even imagined yet. Someone whispered, "This person is protected," and the entire room fell silent because the evidence supported it. Every attempt to break you only built you. Every betrayal redirected you. Every loss purified your path. Archangel Michael had been guarding you like a classified blueprint, waiting for the moment humanity would finally notice. And now they have. Not spiritual leaders. Not professors. Not politicians. But the man who pushes civilization toward the future. The message is clear, your timeline just accelerated. But here's the twist most people will never hear: you were never meant to chase destiny, destiny was always coming for you. You have been living inside a divine delay, a sacred pause, while heaven rearranged people, opportunities, industries, and global events to make room for your arrival. Your silence has been louder than other people's success. Your growth has been invisible but unstoppable. Those sleepless nights, those unanswered questions, those days when you felt forgotten, Michael was engraving your name into the chapters of tomorrow. Elon Musk isn't interested in ordinary journeys, he recognizes revolution. And the moment he saw your timeline, he knew you were built differently, guided differently, chosen differently. Someone in the room said, "We found the outlier," but they were wrong. What they found was the beginning of a prophecy finally waking up. Right now, the universe is holding its breath, because your next decision will determine how fast everything unfolds. Doors that once felt locked are starting to feel loose. People who ignored you are suddenly sensing your value. Opportunities that never existed are forming behind closed conversations. Even your intuition is screaming louder, telling you something massive is coming. Archangel Michael isn't just calling your name, he's surrounding you, shielding you, pushing you into alignment. And Elon Musk isn't just curious, he's intrigued, and intrigue from a mind like his is dangerous for anyone who doubted you. This isn't admiration. This is recognition. He sees potential where others saw inconvenience. He sees brilliance where others saw quiet. He sees destiny where others saw delay. And now, he can't unsee it. So stay exactly where you are, because the world is shifting toward you, not away from you. The satellites Elon launched are circling above your head as if waiting for activation. The frequency of your name keeps resurfacing in databases it was never entered into. And the energy around your future is no longer subtle, it's roaring, expanding, echoing across timelines. Archangel Michael is done being patient. Heaven is done being silent. Your story is no longer unfolding privately, it's entering the global stage. And whether you're ready or not, the world is preparing to meet the real you, the version that was never meant to be hidden, underestimated, or forgotten. My beloved child, the moment Elon Musk stepped away from the screen to gather his thoughts, something impossible happened. The room lights flickered, every device synced to the same frequency, and your full birth date appeared on a monitor no one was even touching. The engineers panicked, assuming a cyber breach, but Elon didn't. He stood still, eyes narrowed, because he recognized the feeling of destiny moving. This wasn't hacking. This wasn't human. This was a cosmic override. And deep inside, he knew Archangel Michael was involved. The universe was no longer suggesting your existence, it was confirming it with force. Your name vibrated through the room like a prophecy waking up after centuries of silence, and suddenly everyone understood why they couldn't ignore you anymore. What startled them most wasn't your history, but your resilience. The data showed you've survived things that statistically destroy people: losses, rejections, delays, betrayals that would have crushed anyone else. Yet somehow, instead of fading, you kept rising. Elon saw patterns. Every time life tried to break you, something or someone appeared just in time. Shelter you didn't expect. A message you needed. Strength you didn't know you had. It was mathematically unreasonable, yet spiritually undeniable. Michael had shielded you like a classified secret, guiding your steps silently, waiting for the exact moment when revealing you would make the maximum impact. And today, that moment is no longer approaching, it's unfolding. Behind closed doors, conversations have already begun. Meetings are being scheduled. Files are being transferred. Your name is now sitting inside systems it was never supposed to enter, not because you applied, not because you chased, but because heaven delivered you. Elon Musk has always believed in rare anomalies, and now he believes in you. Someone asked him, "What if we're wrong?" and he responded without hesitation, "What if we're right?" That single sentence shifted the atmosphere. No more doubt. No more hesitation. The search is no longer about whether you matter, it's about how fast they can reach you before someone else does. Because once the world realizes who you are, competition begins. Meanwhile, Archangel Michael is standing guard around you with a level of intensity he rarely uses. He knows this transition is delicate. One decision, one conversation, one opportunity could rewrite your entire future. That's why strange things have been happening around you lately: sudden exhaustion, random thoughts, unexpected clarity, vivid dreams, familiar songs appearing at the perfect moment. These are not coincidences, they are signals, alignment markers, divine breadcrumbs guiding you toward your next chapter. Michael isn't screaming anymore, he's watching, waiting to see if you recognize the calling that has finally reached your doorstep. And now, the universe is preparing to hand you something irreversible: exposure, recognition, elevation, purpose that stretches beyond your imagination. The world is shifting around your name, like a stage being assembled before the actor even arrives. Elon Musk doesn't chase distractions, he chases catalysts, and somehow, you've become one. Your story is not entering the future, it is becoming the future. So breathe, stay alert, stay present, because the revelation that's coming next will not just change your life, it will redefine why you were born. My beloved child, listen closely, because the world is no longer whispering about you, it's rearranging itself to make space for your arrival. The moment Elon Musk realized your existence wasn't a coincidence, he didn't hesitate, he instructed his team to track every energetic spike connected to your name, because something around you keeps bending probability. Devices restart when you think about changing your life, messages appear right when you feel alone, opportunities resurface the moment you consider giving up. These aren't random glitches, these are divine signals Michael has been planting like breadcrumbs, leading you toward the version of yourself you were always meant to become. And now, those signals are increasing, because heaven wants you alert, awake, unshakable. If your heart is racing right now, it's because destiny just stepped into the room. Then came the moment none of them were prepared for. Elon's encrypted server displayed a sentence without a human author: "Do not overlook this soul." That single line shut down every conversation. Scientists, analysts, engineers, people who rely on logic, were suddenly speechless, because the universe had just entered the discussion uninvited. Elon leaned forward, jaw tight, eyes focused, realizing he wasn't dealing with coincidence, but instruction. And somewhere between fear and fascination, he whispered, "We need to find them, before someone else does." That sentence sent shockwaves through the room, because everyone understood the magnitude of what was unfolding. You aren't being noticed, you're being summoned. And Michael is making sure the message reaches you before the world tries to rewrite it. Right now, forces you've never met are trying to figure out how an unseen life like yours carries this much gravitational pull. But you already know the answer: your journey wasn't meant to be loud, it was meant to be divine. You were shaped in silence, strengthened in isolation, sharpened in heartbreak, molded in disappointment, because heaven needed you uncorrupted by ego or influence. And now, as your name begins circulating in rooms you've never entered, Michael is urging you to stay present, stay grounded, stay here. Don't scroll away, don't disappear, don't doubt yourself, because you are stepping into the moment every unanswered prayer was preparing you for. If this message is reaching you, it's because your alignment has already begun. And before you go any further, pause, feel the weight of what's happening. This isn't something meant to stay only with you. Someone else out there is waiting for confirmation, clarity, direction, proof that destiny is real. So when this resonates in your bones, when you feel the pull of something bigger than explanation, let it travel, share it so the ones connected to your story can find their way too. Because you were never meant to rise alone, and the universe selected you to be the spark, the activator, the signal flare. Stay with me. This unfolding has only just begun, and the next revelation will change not just what you expect, but what you believe is possible. What comes next is irreversible. Elon Musk isn't walking away, he's watching, waiting, preparing, because he knows the world is about to meet someone it was never ready for. Archangel Michael is still calling your name, louder than destiny, sharper than fear, because your timeline is accelerating faster than anyone predicted. Doors will open without knocking. Conversations will start without introduction. Opportunities will appear without explanation. Your life is about to shift with the force of something written long before your birth. So stay here, stay aware, stay unshaken, because the next part will reveal why heaven refused to let your story remain hidden any longer. My beloved child, everything shifted the moment Elon Musk realized you weren't just a name in a file. You were a timeline-altering event, and now he can't stop thinking about what happens when the world finally knows who you are. He's pacing, restless, replaying the data, trying to understand how a life so quiet carries energy loud enough to disturb satellites. Because the numbers don't lie, your frequency keeps appearing in places it shouldn't, in encrypted transmissions, in innovation forecasts, in probability charts meant to predict global trends. And each time, your name shows up like a signature written by destiny itself. Meanwhile, Archangel Michael is hovering closer, wings drawn like a shield, making sure nothing and no one interferes. Heaven is preparing you, not gently, but urgently, because the window for your transformation is opening, and once it does, it will never close again. What Elon's team discovered next was even more unsettling. They found moments in history where the world shifted unexpectedly, and in every single one, someone with your exact energetic profile existed. Innovators, reformers, healers, leaders. People who changed everything, not because they were loud, but because they were undeniable. And now, for the first time in documented analysis, that pattern reappeared, connected to you. Suddenly, the room filled with an unspoken fear, because this meant you weren't random, you were expected. Michael has been preparing the earth for your arrival long before you realized you had a role in any of this. And now, Elon is no longer asking who you are, he's asking how long he has before destiny reaches you first. The strangest part, and the part no algorithm can explain, is how the universe keeps bending itself around your path. People who left your life are now circling back, opportunities you forgot about are resurfacing, conversations you needed are finding you without effort. This isn't luck, this is alignment. The divine is rearranging the stage, clearing distractions, exposing intentions, and removing anything that could delay your rise. Michael is making sure the next chapter of your life is written with precision, not chaos. And Elon Musk, a man built on logic, is experiencing something he cannot categorize, the undeniable evidence that destiny chose you before Earth did. If that makes your heart tremble, that's because your spirit already knows what your mind is still trying to understand. Right now, without your awareness, decisions are being made in rooms you've never entered, rooms where your name is spoken with caution and curiosity. Elon keeps asking the same question, why now? And every time he does, the universe responds with synchronicities so precise they feel scripted. A headline mirrors your past. A symbol you've seen for years appears on a presentation screen. A number that follows you everywhere shows up in a financial projection. It's as if creation itself is confirming your arrival. You may feel nervous, overwhelmed, confused, but that's only because your old life is shrinking, unable to contain the magnitude of what's coming. Michael isn't guiding you anymore, he's positioning you. And here's the truth you were never supposed to overlook, your story is not building, it's activating. The waiting season is over. The preparation phase is complete. Destiny is no longer walking toward you, it's running. You may still feel ordinary, unnoticed, unfinished, but heaven knows better. Elon Musk knows better. The universe knows better. You were designed for a moment that hasn't happened yet, but it's closer than breath, closer than heartbeat, closer than thought. So stay where you are, stay awake, stay aligned, because the next revelation won't just shock you. It will finally explain why your entire life had to unfold exactly the way it did. My beloved child, everything you thought was still, silent, paused has already been set into motion, because the universe refuses to let you remain hidden any longer. While you were sleeping, while you were doubting, while you were convincing yourself nothing was changing, a confidential message was sent directly to Elon Musk's private network. A message containing your initials, geographic coordinates, and a handwritten timestamp that doesn't match any human clock. His security team tried tracing the source, but the signal didn't come from Earth. It appeared, delivered its information, then vanished like a divine fingerprint. And in that moment, Elon understood what Michael has known forever: you are not meant to be found by searching, you are meant to be revealed by destiny. What shook the room wasn't the message itself, but the reaction. Devices that normally resist interference began syncing to your vibration, as if technology recognized you before humans did. Elon lifted his hand, signaling silence, and for the first time in years, the man who calculates rockets, satellites, and planetary trajectories didn't know what to say. It wasn't fear, it was awe. He sensed purpose, weight, responsibility. Because when the universe highlights a soul, it's never casual. Michael stood behind that moment, wings wide, energy fierce, refusing to let anyone misinterpret who you are. The world hasn't met you yet, but heaven already crowned you. And now, Elon Musk is trying to figure out how someone so spiritually encrypted ended up living an ordinary life. You don't realize this, but your name has already traveled farther than you ever have. It's been mentioned in private conversations between innovators, researchers, thinkers, people who shape tomorrow. Not because you're famous, not because you've been seen, but because your energy keeps intersecting with major global timelines like a silent magnet. Even Elon noticed how everything around you aligns with astronomical events, rare cosmic cycles, and sacred numerology, cycles only powerful destinies follow. He reviewed your timeline again and again, searching for the flaw, the coincidence, the loophole, but there wasn't one. Every detour, heartbreak, pause, restart, perfectly placed. You weren't delayed. You were being synchronized. You may wonder why Archangel Michael is screaming your name instead of gently guiding you, but it's because the moment you've been waiting for isn't years away, it's already entering your atmosphere. Your intuition has been louder lately, hasn't it? Your dreams more vivid, your emotions heavier, your senses sharper. That's not anxiety, that's activation. Something ancient within you is waking up, the part of you that remembers you were never meant to blend in. Elon Musk doesn't chase mysteries, but he's chasing yours, not out of curiosity, but urgency. He knows timing matters. He knows destinies expire when ignored. He knows heaven doesn't repeat itself. And now, he's preparing for the moment contact is made, because deep down, he understands your purpose will affect far more than just your own life. And now, the world around you is beginning to adjust, subtly, quietly, but undeniably. People will start treating you differently without knowing why. Strangers will stare longer. Old connections will feel drawn back. Opportunities will appear without logic. Your environment will feel too small for the person you're becoming. Michael has already begun clearing the path, burning bridges that lead nowhere, closing doors you don't need, exposing intentions you never saw. Because what's coming next demands a clean stage, a prepared heart, a fearless mind. Elon Musk isn't waiting for proof anymore, he's waiting for you. And when your paths finally collide, nothing about your life, absolutely nothing, will ever return to the way it used to be. My beloved child. Everything accelerated the moment Elon Musk stopped questioning destiny and started cooperating with it, because now the universe is treating your existence like an urgent assignment instead of a slow discovery. He requested a private audit, not of your identity, not of your background, but of every energetic ripple you've created simply by existing. And the results stunned even the most skeptical scientists. Your presence has influenced people, events, choices, innovations, without you ever realizing it. Conversations changed because of you. Opportunities manifested because of you. Entire timelines shifted because of you. Michael watched silently, knowing this confirmation would eventually arrive, and now that it has, heaven is no longer waiting for you to believe, you're being positioned to receive. What no one expected was the emotional reaction. Elon isn't intrigued anymore, he's protective. He senses that your purpose isn't just powerful, it's delicate, and must unfold without interference from those who operate from envy, ego, or control. So he instructed his team to erase traces of the discovery until the right moment, effectively shielding your destiny from premature exposure. That decision alone proves something sacred. The universe didn't place your name in front of a visionary to use you, but to safeguard you. Michael has been reinforcing that protection, surrounding you with spiritual armor so nothing rooted in fear, doubt, or jealousy can touch what's unfolding. You've never walked alone, not even once, and now the physical world is starting to mirror that truth. Meanwhile, subtle signs are multiplying around you, and they're not accidental. Streetlights flicker when you pass. You think of someone, and they suddenly reach out. You feel a pull toward places you've never visited, dreams you never admitted, callings you once avoided. That's not coincidence, it's guidance. Your life is entering a phase where nothing will feel random anymore. Even silence will have meaning. Elon Musk has seen the data. Archangel Michael has seen the prophecy. And now, you're beginning to feel the shift in your bones, as if your soul has been waiting centuries just to breathe in this moment. If your chest feels heavy right now, it's not pressure, it's recognition. What's coming next won't arrive politely, it will arrive unavoidably. A message, a breakthrough, an invitation, a turning point that forces you to finally step into the life heaven designed for you before the world tried to shrink it. The timing will be perfect, the alignment undeniable, the clarity overwhelming. People will think you got lucky, but you will know better. This is divine orchestration, not chance. This is the moment every silent cry, every lonely night, every painful ending was preparing you for. Michael is already clearing obstacles ahead of you, and Elon is preparing for inevitable contact, because he knows the world cannot afford to miss the contribution you carry. So stay alert, stay aligned, stay present, because destiny isn't approaching you from the distance anymore, it's standing at your door, waiting for you to recognize it. The universe is done hinting. Heaven is done whispering. Your life is about to shift into a version so extraordinary, even your past will struggle to believe it ever belonged to you. And when the next revelation arrives, it won't just change your path, it will confirm why the universe, Archangel Michael, and Elon Musk all arrived at the same undeniable conclusion: you were born for something the world has never seen before. My beloved child. Right now, forces you cannot see are moving faster than time itself, because Elon Musk has stopped treating your existence like a mystery and started treating it like a responsibility. He's reviewing encrypted reports, rewatching unexplained footage, replaying audio signals that contain your name even though you never recorded it. And every time he hears it, he feels the same thing, a pull, a certainty, a knowing that your life is not meant to remain small. Michael stands behind every revelation, making sure nothing interferes, nothing distorts, nothing delays what's rightfully yours. And if your heart feels heavier today, it's because destiny is sitting closer than it ever has before. The moment that changed everything happened just hours ago. Elon requested an independent spiritual analyst, someone who doesn't believe in coincidence, someone who studies destiny like science. Without knowing who you are, without seeing your face, without hearing your story, they still pointed to the same conclusion: this soul was sent here with a global purpose. Silence swallowed the room. For a long moment, nobody moved. Because now, it wasn't just data, intuition, or divine intervention, it was confirmation. And confirmation is the beginning of acceleration. Michael has been waiting centuries for this alignment, and now that it's here, nothing. Not fear, not doubt, not circumstance, can stop it. But the most surreal shift is happening within you. You've started feeling urges you can't explain, urges to change, to prepare, to detach, to rise. You're not imagining it. Your spirit already knows what your mind hasn't caught up to yet. You've outgrown environments, conversations, habits, expectations, not because you're bored, but because you were never meant to stay where the world placed you. Elon Musk recognized that energy instantly, the rare kind found only in disruptors, leaders, healers, and world shapers. He knows the universe doesn't highlight a person without reason. And now, he's preparing for the moment your path becomes impossible to ignore. Somewhere, right now, a door with your name on it is unlocking. You won't have to knock. You won't have to beg. You won't have to prove yourself to anyone ever again. The opportunity meant for you will arrive effortlessly because heaven has already approved it. Michael is clearing timelines, removing interference, silencing negativity, exposing false intentions, because your rise cannot be delayed by anything human. If you've felt drained lately, it's because your old life knows it's losing access to you. If you've felt excited for no reason, it's because your future is calling louder than your past. And now, everything comes down to this. The world is preparing for your reveal. Elon Musk isn't wondering if he'll find you anymore, he's wondering how soon. The universe isn't hoping you'll step into purpose, it's requiring it. Archangel Michael isn't guiding you gently, he's ushering you forward like a royal procession. Your destiny is no longer forming, it's arriving. And when it reaches you, when the moment unfolds, when the shift becomes undeniable, you will finally understand why every delay, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer was secretly rearranging your life for this exact chapter. Stay here, because what comes next will not just change your story, it will confirm it was never ordinary to begin with. My beloved child. Right now, the universe is holding its breath around your timeline, because Elon Musk has finally made a decision he's been avoiding since the moment your name appeared. He wants direct contact. Not through assistants, not through researchers, not through filtered reports. He wants you, unedited, unmediated, unmistakably present. He's realized that what surrounds you isn't just intelligence, potential, or ambition, it's divine authorization. Michael stands tall behind this moment, sword raised, wings expanded, making it clear that no force, no ego, no circumstance will interrupt what heaven has already written. And if you've been sensing a strange anticipation lately, that's not anxiety, that's arrival. What no one knows yet, not even Elon, is that the universe has already begun aligning the meeting. A chance encounter, a message in the right place, a name mentioned in the right conversation, a door opening without effort, none of it will feel forced. It will look ordinary to the world, but to you, it will feel like destiny calling you by your true name. Michael has orchestrated every breadcrumb, every coincidence disguised as accident, every moment that will lead you exactly where you're meant to be. Because your purpose isn't local, it's global. It isn't temporary, it's timeless. And now, the world is slowly becoming aware that someone like you doesn't show up unless a new era is about to begin. Deep inside Elon, something has shifted. Logic is no longer enough. He feels guided, compelled, almost chosen to protect your path. The more he learns about you, the more he realizes your life follows a pattern older than science, older than technology, older than human understanding. A pattern only a few souls in history ever carried. He can't explain why he cares, why he feels connected, why your name stays in his mind long after the screen shuts off. But Michael knows, it's because destiny always finds its messengers, and Elon was selected to recognize you first. Not to claim you, not to shape you, but to witness the moment heaven steps into the physical world through you. And now, your environment is beginning to respond. People look at you differently without knowing why. Conversations take deeper turns. Strangers feel familiar. Opportunities appear without logic. Even silence feels loud, like something important is preparing to speak. This is what it feels like when purpose starts waking up inside the body. You're not becoming someone new. You're remembering who you were always meant to be. The world may still underestimate you, but destiny does not, and neither does Elon Musk. His intuition, his curiosity, his urgency, they are all echoes of Michael's message: do not delay. Do not doubt. Do not dim what was born to lead. And here's the truth that will reshape everything: you are no longer waiting for your life to change. Your life is waiting for you to step into the change already created for you. The world is making space. Destiny is clearing interference. Heaven is signaling full activation. Elon Musk isn't searching for answers anymore, he's preparing for impact. Michael isn't sending signs, he's sending instructions. And soon, the moment you never imagined, the moment your soul has been rehearsing since birth, will arrive with precision so perfect it will silence every fear, every doubt, every disbelief you ever carried. Stay here, because what comes next will not just change your future. It will prove your existence was never accidental. My beloved child, this is the moment destiny stops circling your life and finally lands, because Elon Musk just received a final encrypted update, and this time, it didn't contain data, predictions, or analytics. It contained a warning. A countdown. A spiritual deadline. The message didn't come from a server, a satellite, or a human. It arrived like a pulse of light, vibrating through every device in the room before settling into one sentence. If you wait too long, the world will. Elon felt a chill he couldn't explain, and before he could respond, Archangel Michael's presence filled the space with a force that demanded action. This isn't research anymore, this is responsibility. Your destiny isn't pending, it's due. What Elon can't stop replaying is the emotional gravity behind your journey. You weren't prepared in comfort, you were refined in fire. You weren't built through validation, you were built through silence. Every heartbreak sharpened your intuition. Every rejection redirected your path. Every disappointment purified your calling. And now, heaven is tired of watching you shrink to fit places you were meant to outgrow. Elon finally understands why your life has never followed logic, because it was never meant to. Your timeline was engineered by the divine, not society, and Michael has been waiting for you to realize that your strength was never accidental, it was inherited. Meanwhile, deep inside the universe's blueprint, something has shifted. your name is now marked with urgency. Doors that once required effort will soon open on their own. People who overlooked you will suddenly search for you. Conversations that used to end abruptly will now lead somewhere life-changing. These synchronicities aren't coincidences, they're confirmation. Elon Musk didn't choose to notice you, he was assigned to. Your story isn't entering his world is aligning with yours. Not because he discovered you, but because destiny demanded someone with enough influence, awareness, and courage to acknowledge who you truly are. And if you've been feeling restless lately, unable to sit still, unable to ignore the pull inside your chest, that's because your spirit already sees what your eyes haven't witnessed yet. The universe has started rearranging everything around you. People are being removed. Opportunities are being delayed or fast-tracked. Old emotions are resurfacing because closure is required before elevation. You may feel disconnected, detached, or strangely calm, but that's not emptiness, it's preparation. Michael is clearing noise so you can hear what's coming next. Because soon, your life will no longer require explanation, only acceptance. So stay right here, fully present, because the next chapter won't wait for your permission, it will arrive the second you're ready to receive it. Elon Musk isn't wondering whether he should reach out, he's deciding how. The universe isn't sending hints anymore, it's sending instructions. Archangel Michael isn't calling your name softly, he's commanding your spirit to rise. You are stepping into a destiny that was never meant to be delayed, questioned, or doubted. And when the moment arrives, unexpected, breathtaking, undeniable, you will finally understand why the universe held you back for so long. It wasn't rejection, it was alignment. And now, alignment has become unavoidable. My beloved child, this is where everything finally becomes clear, because the universe has stopped hinting and started declaring your purpose out loud. Elon Musk just stood in a room full of world shapers, innovators, strategists, and simply said, "We're not searching anymore, destiny already chose." He didn't show them your face, your history, or your personal life. He showed them the energetic imprint attached to your name, the one the universe keeps pushing into every system, every database, every algorithm. And the moment they saw it, no one argued. No one doubted. No one questioned. Because deep within the human spirit, beneath logic and statistics, we all recognize divine timing when it arrives. And today, your timing did. Michael watched with a fierce, silent pride, knowing heaven didn't scream your name for attention. It screamed because the world was finally ready to hear it. Everything that once felt unfair now suddenly makes sense. The loneliness wasn't punishment, it was insulation, protecting your purity from people who would have mishandled it. The delays weren't failure, they were divine scheduling, keeping you aligned with a future bigger than your imagination could handle at the time. The rejections weren't endings, they were redirections, removing you from places too small for your destiny. You weren't forgotten, you were being preserved. And now, the universe is done preparing you. The world is done overlooking you. Michael is done waiting for you to believe in yourself. Your life has officially crossed the threshold from potential into inevitability, and not even fear, doubt, or hesitation can drag you back into the version of yourself you've already outgrown. Right now, as you read this, invisible forces are rearranging your surroundings. Introductions being prepared, opportunities being positioned, resources being gathered, timelines being adjusted in your favor. People who once ignored you will feel compelled to approach. Doors that remained sealed for years will swing open effortlessly. Situations that felt stagnant will suddenly accelerate with supernatural momentum. And when it happens, you'll notice one unmistakable detail: it won't feel overwhelming. It will feel familiar, like something inside you has been waiting for this exact moment since the beginning of time. Because it has. Elon Musk didn't just discover you, he confirmed what heaven already knew: you were born with a purpose the world cannot afford to miss. And soon, very soon, your life will experience a turning point so powerful, so precise, so divinely aligned, you'll remember this moment as the final breath before everything changed. Not gradually, instantly. A message, a call, a meeting, a realization, a revelation that leaves no room for doubt. You won't have to beg for it, chase it, prove yourself worthy of it. Your only job will be to recognize it when it arrives. Michael has already cleared the path, silenced interference, and surrounded your name with spiritual authority. Nothing meant for you will pass you by. Nothing meant to harm you will reach you. Nothing meant to delay you will survive. Destiny has entered the room. And it's not leaving without you. So stand tall now, not because the journey is over, but because the real one is finally beginning. The world is not prepared for the impact your existence will make, but it will adjust. Elon Musk may be the first to notice, but he won't be the last. Soon, many will understand what heaven has always seen: that you were never ordinary, never accidental, never background. You were the plot twist destiny has been saving. And when your story unfolds publicly, when your purpose steps into the light, when the world finally speaks your name with reverence instead of confusion, you will smile, not in shock, but in recognition. Because deep down, your soul always knew this moment was coming. It wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. It was written. And now, at long last, it's happening.